In a quiet village between sleepy hills, the night sky was empty. No stars, just darkness. The villagers had forgotten the stars, except for the stories whispered by grandparents. Kale, a curious boy, believed the stars weren't gone, just lost. His grandmother, keeper of old tales, gave him a brass lantern and said, "Light will always find a way to return." Every evening, Kale wandered to the edge of the whispering woods, lantern in hand, searching for the lost stars. The woods, full of ancient secrets, called to him, though others were afraid. He held his lantern high, hoping its glow would guide the stars home. One night, Kale ventured deeper than ever, the silence thick around him. He looked up through the trees, only darkness. Remembering his grandmother's words, he whispered, "Are you keeping the stars safe for us?" The wind sighed in reply, and Kale felt a quiet peace, as if the forest was listening. On a mossy path, Kale saw a shimmering light ahead, something magical, not lantern or moon. In a clearing stood a bear, its fur woven from starlight, eyes gentle and wise. The bear looked at Kale, inviting him to follow. Trusting, Kale walked beside the luminous bear, its glow making the woods feel safe. They reached a hidden clearing, trees forming a perfect circle. Kale looked up and gasped. Faint, distant stars glimmered above. It was the first real star he'd ever seen. Tears of joy filled his eyes. The bear sat beside him, and together they watched the hopeful sky. For the first time, Kale felt the stars might truly return. The bear's presence was a promise of magic, two friends sharing the first returning lights. Night after night, Kale returned to the clearing to meet the bear, Aster. They shared stories in silence, watching the shy stars. Aster showed Kale the forest's hidden lights, fireflies, moonbeams, kindness. Kale learned that hope and love were their own kind of light. One evening, Aster brought wood and a crystal. Together, they built a new lantern. Their friendship and hope wove into its glow. The lantern shone brighter than any before, warm and silvery. Kale held it high, its light reaching the treetops. Aster's starry fur shimmered with pride. They had created a beacon of hope, a promise to bring back the light. Sadness came. Kale's grandmother grew ill, her stories fading to whispers. Kale stayed by her side, sharing tales of Aster, hoping to comfort her. When grief overwhelmed him, he fled to the woods, lantern in hand. Aster waited, offering silent comfort as Kale cried for his grandmother. The bear's presence was steady and warm. Aster showed Kale that love never truly leaves. It changes form, like a star hidden by the sun. The stories and love we inherit become our own light. Kale understood. His grandmother's stories were now his to share. Calm settled over him, sadness mixed with purpose. He hugged Aster, grateful for the wisdom found in quiet friendship. Even in darkness, a little light remained. Kale was ready to carry it forward. After his grandmother's passing, Kale met Aster in the clearing one last time. Aster's form grew faint, ready to return to the sky. The bear's work was done. Kale had found his own light. Aster rose, dissolving into a river of stars, forming a brilliant constellation above. Kale returned to the village, lantern shining bright. The villagers gathered, drawn by the glow, and looked up. For the first time, they saw a constellation, a bear shining down. Kale shared the story of the starlight bear and the light within us all. Hope spread, and more stars appeared in the sky. The village remembered how to look for the light. The night was no longer empty. The stars had come home.